Monitor and fix your page speed. A slow website is a dead website these days. Since Google has, in my opinion, been competing to make sure that they're the search engine of smartphones, they're very focused on a fast page delivery, especially the first thing that you see, sort of the page loading fast and people having the experience of the website being fast, even if the rest of the page is still loading out of view, more than ever. So this is a factor. The way to get to know about your page speed on your website is to just do a Google search for Google Page Speed Test. And the first result that's going to come up is a tool that Google's had available to us for a few years now. And it will show two things. It's going to show scores for your desktop and your mobile version. And then it's going to show you recommendations for what to do to start making improvements to each of those scores.
And it's 0 to 100.
Yeah, 0 to 100. And it's sort of in red, yellow, green scoring brackets. And I would say that a lot of websites right now are able to do pretty well with getting into the green for desktop. But really, even our pretty fast websites right now are in the yellow for mobile.
Yeah.
There's a point at which you have trade-offs. And so Google, it's almost like Google would prefer if you did not have any images or video or anything on your website that has to be delivered.
Yeah.
Google is really, in my opinion, trying to get to a right answer on the first search for mobile users. I think that's Google's focus right now. I think they're competing to make sure that they're not really vulnerable to any big new search app coming out that's super fast for mobile, maybe that shows a stripped-down version of the website or something. But they're really pushing us in a direction of stripped-down, right answer, first search, right answer types of websites. And they really don't care if you have lots of images and video. So at some point you have to make a decision about what's important to you and push back a little bit. And so because you have certain things that you absolutely want and need to communicate. For example, if you're in a service business that does work on people's homes or businesses, like a lot of companies we work with, you have trade-offs. You need to be able to show those images to tell your story.
Right.
And so, SEO is just one of the factors that you're taking into consideration. When you're looking at those items that could be improved, you'll see things like defer JavaScript to after the load, reduce image file size, get images into modern formats. These are things that you can look at and get familiar with and then take to your web developer.
Yeah.
We're assuming that if you're listening to this, you're more of like a business-oriented person, like a founder or a marketing VP or a marketing manager, and you've got people who can help with this. So you can grab the full URL of your page speed results and just share that and say, hey, how can we get into the green on these scores? Could you look at these suggestions? And your web developer will be able to take that and run with it and help you improve your scores.
Yeah, and sometimes pretty quickly.
Yeah. Some of it's low-hanging fruit. There really is low-hanging fruit with a lot of the sites.
If you got a 5 to 10 megabyte image on your there it is.
Yep. Yeah, sometimes you've got like a hero image or something and somebody just threw in that raw format huge image. And it's getting squished down in the HTML.
Yeah.
But what you really want to do is send a smaller image through the pipes to the server, to the user.
And compress the image.
Yeah.